there's no paranoia, I don't free fall, I paraglide. Paranormal normalized in time, you might just realize. Just like the satellites, drift into shadowy heights. My gallows humor leaves you laughing at your last rites. Like the last thing, past times you're living in. Cast into history like myths of the King of Kings. Like the bliss is remiss when the sinner sins. To hell with cynicism, I'm a cynic hidden in the wings. This dog philosophy means none of them can bother me. I'm trodden with Diogenes, I've gotta do it properly. There's no monopoly to offer up or offer me. Officially finished with all the opulence is blocking me. So try to topple me, I'm plotting with my doppelganger. Stay on top from day dot, can't stop from dropping proper bangers. Got that proper anger issue in check, but still they're dangling carrots instead of issuing checks. And yes, and I'm not asking why anymore. I don't need to try anymore. Whether we're on high or below, if we die or we grow, it's enough that we know, can't we go? And I'm not asking why anymore. I don't need to try anymore. Whether we're on high or below, if we die or we grow, it's enough that we know, so we go. Most of the millions of prototypes can't cope with the protocol, so prosaic minions are sold on opinion polls. All the trolls going silly when they spoke guff. Scuff them with a cuff to the jaw, the Billy Goat's gruff. The silly jokes up, they ghost after they wrote stuff. Boast after the daft post, supposed to laugh but woke up. All of the slumber cast asunder, now their numbers up. Gunning dumb and dumber under a penumbra with a blunderbuss. I've got that joie de vivre, the wanderlust. I've got some scars you won't believe, but still the last to leave, step off the bus. From I was young, it was my tongue that was my weapon to bust. Set the rebellion, stop them stepping on us. I'm the shepherd, I'm the zephyr at dusk. I'm the one that's not done yet, the sunset not setting on us. I'm the scepter, the orb and the cup, the fourth to erupt, the faceless, evasive, enough is enough, and yes. And I'm not asking why anymore. I don't need to try anymore. Whether we're on high or below, if we die or we grow, it's enough that we know, can't we go? And I'm not asking why anymore. I don't need to try anymore. Whether we're on high or below, if we die or we grow, it's enough that we know, so we go. Losing your soul through the hole in your coat pocket. Apostate, you want it, just go and get it. You got it, a lost case. Totally lost, mate. Prostrated and drop taking. Knocked by a problem of your own making. No waking from the nightmare you're living in. Broken only when you take the right shit you're giving him. Choked by the smoke from the chimneys of the city of sin. Chose to begin on the bitterest whim. I'm the misfit, legit, I'm not fitting in. Giving up, listening, when twisted living's really what you're living in. Some are drilling and killing them when the villains spin. Me, I'm not a part of that, I'm lying in green pastures that are turning black from the soot and the grime. I took a look at all of that, then left the pastures behind. It's the future, not the past, that defines a strong mind. So high time to take the lifeline, really start to climb. It's never gonna be alright, it won't be okay. The way you stay like this badness in your DNA. If you're running round doing badness all day, it won't be long until this badness coming your way. It's never gonna be alright, it won't be okay. The way you stay like this badness in your DNA. If you're living life bad, what's the outcome? It won't be long until you're outdone. Now see, the cost is a loss of life, lost in the labyrinth. Chatting about who's the baddest and who can do the baddest things. That must be one of the saddest things for living in. Better to begin with endeavouring to live as kings. Endeavouring as citizens, much better to do good than bad. Sizzler Kalonji sing. You'd rather make legit millions than quizzed by the jakes. Moving much bigger things than bitten by snakes. You say not everybody's getting the breaks. Though life is really what you make of it. Nothing was ever made by sitting wasting it. Memento mori, I just wanna tell the story. I don't really care at all if you prefer the foolish, just ignore me. Ignore the bars and floor me. Ignore the sentiment, but recognize that going on bad is to your detriment. Remaining reticent is probably as bad too. That's why I had to drop the bars on this bad tune. want to be the B up in my bonnet buzz. It's been there in between, but now Serene's to ask me how he does it, or how he doesn't do it too. I'll answer truthfully, duplicitous, but still I'm not the useless you I used to be. I used to dupe a stupid few, asking who is he, but who am I supposed to be? A ghost with nothing close to me. And if I still don't know myself, then how can you know me? The loneliest among us is the one alone in company. So watch the company you keep close, or better yet, better get your shape on paint, move like a silhouette. Now watch me pirouette those pirates I jettison. Mindset is mine, yes fine, let's get the lessons done. Lesson 1 is the less said the better done. No less is more for sure, don't let confessions run. Lesson 2, trust in shadows after sunset. Must really get you upset even if you've not begun yet. Lesson 3, no second guessing how you're supposed to be. Most of what we're seeing is synthetic and illusory. Lesson 4 is remember count your blessings more. While you're stressing you'll stay in distress like a leper fall. Lesson 5 is a skill, the will to stay alive. Remembering to live inside the moment is to know you'll die. I know there's many lessons left, let me take a breath. As deeper gets, you may never know how deep gets. Yes, nowadays they talk a whole lot of trash, talking about chefing, about which man's getting slashed. But peep the lessons, we don't know none of that. Intellect's the little that we have, yeah. Nowadays they talk a whole lot of bull, talking pulling triggers, but no triggers getting pulled. But peep the lessons, you can't take man for fool. Let knowledge be the golden rule. I used to cling onto the brink like it was sink or swim, shrinking as I'm overthinking things within the interim. Within enigma lies the riddle in the middle of the model of my mind, befuddled by the thought of playing God. But then if God is gone, then I become determinate, learning to discern between ephemeral and permanent, learning about the pertinent impressions and aversions and lessons. Leave them guessing I'm the master of my worthiness. No longer swerve away from fate, no need for status. Wait, where was I last time? We only went as far as 5. Need to stick to the script, that was just a blip. Next up in quick succession is lesson number 6. Don't be transfixed with getting rich or wanting more. Whatever comes was meant, whatever don't was never meant for yours. Lesson 7 is to act with equanimity. Those who tend toward hostility get no tranquility. Lesson 8 is the mind state of loving fate, embracing everything you face as if it's always been the case. Lesson 9, be the master of your own mind. Remember that the next time somebody tries to undermine. Lesson 10, remember focus on the end, and then remember each and every day that time will never come again. And though there's many lessons left to learn from someone else, the better off you'll be, the faster that you learn to master self. Nowadays they talk a whole lot of trash, talking about chefing, about which man's getting slashed. But peep the lessons, we don't know none of that. Intellect's the little that we have, yeah. Nowadays they talk a whole lot of bull, talking pulling triggers, but no triggers getting pulled. But peep the lessons, you can't take man for fool. Let knowledge be the golden rule.
With the word from the tongue, scorch the whole damn world.
So now it's time to sever the ignorant from the clever.
With the word from the tongue, scorch the whole damn world.
So now it's time to sever the ignorant from the clever.
Feeling caught up in the middle of that, risible with all that militant rap. That's how those idiots chat. That's how the whole of this is colder than a polar lamb, but sharper than the back from the white teeth of a Doberman. Or like a cobra can encoded over standard slang and overload the OBO with overtones of Romans. And when it's done, it's done. Some say it's dead and buried. Some come so heavy-headed, some say they never said it. But we don't really care about those that don't get it. Don't know but won't forget it. Won't know they never read it. In fact, it's almost like they never even learnt a thing. The first shall be last and the last shall be first again. So let's begin to fling it out the open window, then pretend it never happened like an indiscretion you defend. We don't really care about those that don't get it. Don't know but won't forget it. Won't know they never read it. So I just got my ears and sing, I'm not listening. We don't really care about those that know nothing. Too big with no course bluffing. So I just blow my ears and sing, I'm not listening. Pressing reset, the redress epiphanal. The recess is reeling from the piff, so it's difficult. But I'm no longer languishing under intoxicants. The interlocutor that's locking down your impudence and your impotence. Softer than a Mr. Whippy, lost like you're living in Cunch, but really miss the city. How many S's in Mississippi? You're born slippy, torn from your mama's pity and scorn for your ignominy. But we don't entertain that same ways in this committee. Switch lanes is getting silly. Disdain for those affiliated with emaciated mind states, etc. High stakes, then my eyes dilate. I'm the progenitor, original like Asher Senator. Send another one, come on, cancelling your humdrum, you're a predator. So come we gun the young pretenders in parentheses. They're pensive at the mention, don't know who the young pretender is. We don't really care about those that don't get it, don't know but won't forget it, won't know they never read it. So I just got my ears and sing, I'm not listening. We don't really care about those that know nothing, too big with no substance, thoughtless of course bluffing. So I just got my ears and sing, I'm not listening.
Are you listening? Are your eardrums open? Are you listening?
Why do you think you haven't been cancelled yet? I don't know. What's being cancelled?
To cancel is essentially to culturally boycott.
Is this cancel culture in full voice?
The ideas. Cancel culture.
Quella cancel culture.
That's being referred to as cancel culture. Cancel culture. Cancel culture.
Somewhat of a boycott of a person.
Forma di quella cancel culture.
When will I be cancelled? Should I be cancelled? Have I already been cancelled?
What do you know about cancel culture?
Cancel or cancer?
Cancel culture.
If you live life with badness, prepare for distress. No rest for the wicked, no rest, no rest for the wicked, no rest. No rest for the wicked, no rest. When the earth dies screaming, there'll be nothing left. No rest for the wicked, no rest, no rest for the wicked, no rest. What does it profit a man to profit all that he can? To profit nothing but sweet nothing, that's so underhand. This isn't zero sum, that isn't clear to some. That isn't nearly enough, rebuff them on the run. With their tails between their legs like they're devilish. Tethering society with avarice and cleverness. An ever-present threat beset with unpleasantness. A bestial mess with many lusting for what they can get. Maybe me as well, I'm not immune from it. No impunity for me from feigning uselessness. No defense in ambivalence or apathy, making me complicit in the tragedy, catastrophe. I may not be as bad as some, but I'm still worse than others. I love my daughter and my son, but do I love those others? Do I really love enough, or is this tokenism? I lack consistency, I'm missing like a broken rhythm. Self-serving, a totem of onanism. Totally awoken, antisocial over socialism. Living wicked, then the life he lives in open prison, open to forever being unforgiven. No rest for the wicked, no rest. If you live life with badness, prepare for distress. No rest for the wicked, no rest, no rest for the wicked, no rest. No rest for the wicked, no rest. When the earth dies screaming, there'll be nothing left. No rest for the wicked, no rest, no rest for the wicked, no rest. No rest for the wicked, so alive, but they're dead still. Trapped up in a dark mind, gliding round a treadmill. For ill-gotten gains, cotton crops, sugar cane. To put it plain, seems that it's the same shame again and again. Populace still stingy and full of flannel. Capsizing like a dinghy on the English Channel. Moribund like a body washed up on a beach. Upon your parliamentary seat, be careful how you speak. And don't bring hush to sins involving wind rush. The thing is, most within us are sick of just living unjust. Still rushing after lust with a primate brain. Rich or poor, none of us for sure escaping climate change. The world's flooding, but no rivers of blood in the oven. There's fire burning, see the wicked as they start running. No use for your wealth when the world's health is critical. Listen, this your wickedness could never make a miracle. Avert a crisis, the warming where the ice is. The warning in the storms over how high the price is. No rest no matter how long the night is. Sleepless, the wicked living lifeless. No rest for the wicked, no rest. If you live life with badness, prepare for distress. No rest for the wicked, no rest. No rest for the wicked, no rest. No rest for the wicked, no rest. When the earth dies screaming, there'll be nothing left. No rest for the wicked, no rest. No rest for the wicked, no rest. Then it was like all of a sudden playing Russian roulette. I'm running like the dirty dozen, like who doesn't forget. And like it's fungible, most of what those youngers profess. But incorruptible, I'm done with all that fronting for rep. And yes, I'm buzzing with abundance from the front, this is blessed. And all that ragamuffin loving never left me distressed. Full up with funky fundamentals, the fun and games essential. Then summer rains, torrential turn growing pains to mental strains. Stay in my lane, cause ain't nobody better than somebody that bodies anybody to be the better man. Now peep the vision, only competition with myself with no divisionism or schism. To hell with criticism, to hell with how you're living. This stoicism is slowly stoking derision from those eclipsed by the hypnotism. It's the pits when the pendulum swinging across your abdomen, spinning and leaves your acumen to indecision. Stay in my lane, cause ain't nobody better than somebody that bodies anybody to be the better man. Stay in my lane, cause ain't nobody better than somebody that bodies anybody to be the better man. And nowadays I tend to abstain, but came, saw and conquered that. Ain't nobody better than any man who planned and got it back. Plotting and spotting up the books of the training weights I took to destroy bars like hooks from a flailing ape. Looks from a failing waist. Man, I'm impervious, they're shook by their nervousness. To serve like hors d'oeuvres for this deserve to miss. Disconcerted and in the midst discursive parenthesis discerning their worthiness. Remaining furtive, they're immersed within their murkiness. The mercenary merry-go-round beset with turbulence, impeding furtherance the further it gets. Beneath the firmament their permanent inertia is set. And it's infernal, the curse is dispersing the threat. Too many living life as if it's just rehearsal for death. As if there's nothing left to live for, they're living regret. Believe me, ain't nobody better than the man busy living his best. Stay in my lane, cause ain't nobody better than somebody that bodies anybody to be the better man. Stay in my lane, cause ain't nobody better than somebody that bodies anybody to be the better man. the soul came cold with skullduggery. Dubbing, psycho, tons of bullduggery. Try make a rug of me, the marquee, the sardonic. I'll leave them hugging trees and hunched over the carbonic. Catatonic, hit a harmonic, minor scale. Yours is on a minor thing, colliding with a major fail. Stuck in the middle of the maze with a minor tour. Mine is like the ice before the thaw, minus 44. Mine is 33 degrees of a deep freeze, deeper than depleted species amongst the seaweed beneath the deep seas. Now all I ever see is ebony, leaping into fire like Empedocles. Empty these grips like 6 bullets from a full clip. Talk this like curious scripts from out the pulpit. From out the dome, it's my dosage deliveries. Impulsive, revolving round the culprits like killer bees. Now we're searching and searching and searching, and we're hunting high and low. Let me know who stole the soul. Do you know who stole the soul? So remember to tell me when you find it, as you stroll through the dark and cold. Let me know who stole the soul. Do you know who stole the soul? Now tell them better, pull up the track, enough of that, better give it back. Lost souls harder to catch than any artifact. Some find it hard to chat, but when they start to speak it gets peak, even stops the beat. Heart attack, hard to react, even harder to earn. Some find it hard to discern, that's why they squirm from the acid burns. That's why they don't learn the terms, so their taciturn tactically turn to Saturnalia. Turn your fame to failure, into alia. I'm a stranger on the shore of dystopia. They misappropriate this age with their myopia, flawed by their flaws and their phobia. So it goes, the world is getting lonelier. They can't atone for the soul that they've stolen when egos are bloated, distended and swollen. Then the world is full of hope, is broken and lonely men. The truth spoken is your only friend, so own it then. Now we're searching and searching and searching, and we're hunting high and low. Let me know who stole the soul. Do you know who stole the soul? So remember to tell me when you find it, as you stroll through the dark and cold. Let me know who stole the soul. Do you know who stole the soul?
Catch me in the mood that I explode. I just bought the burn out connections. Idiot infection. Universe serenity. Catch me in the mood that I explode. Burn out connections.
Of the Truman Show, your life is on pay-per-view. Paid a few lip service, living like a deja vu. Played the same game a few times I played before. Feels like I'm evolving, but just going round revolving doors. And now I'm older, more often I'm feeling it. Lost within a timeless loop, so how to deal with it? Over the ages, the scene rearranges. The less said, the better. Best friends become strangers. The set changes, exit stage left, but then get dressed, re-enter stage right with my next breath. Like I died to death each and every single day, but woke up in the morning to repeat the same thing again. It's like life is just a rerun, monotony. Lollipop lobotomies and situation comedies. Start to watch it back again like it's catch up, but should have backed it up. It's buffering and acting up. Nothing seems to change, everything still stays the same. Then again, nothing stays the same for long. Stuck spinning round in a revolving door. But in a moment more, what we hold on for is gone. And now it seems to me that each and every day is a new source of opportunity. Nobody does it better, cause nobody could be doing me. Apart from me, of course, the best version of myself. The less said, the better, so best go and get it somewhere else. And all I now repeat in life is the discipline, and strife is a trifle, a type of indifferent thing. Scratch the itches in a sitch, finger thing, shacking out like shabba ranking on some ting-a-ling. I got the joy cause I bring it in. Every day's a different dawn, keep throwing my corn within the interim. And you can't hinder me or hinder him, spinning like a ninja, flinging enough stars and shurikens, born to win. Stop my coming, now I'm coming in. What's the sense in worrying this hominin when called upon is running things? Things might often see the same, but they change like the same man can never jump into the same river twice. Nothing seems to change, everything still stays the same. Then again, nothing stays the same for long. No way. It's like we're stuck spinning round in a revolving door. But in a moment more, what we hold on for is gone. Nothing seems to change, everything still stays the same. In a revolving door, but in a moment more, what we hold on for is gone. Time dwarfed by the pain, but rearranged the pattern, found the forces of change that made me take a step back from grief and all the agony, made me take a moment of serenity from tragedy. An interlude in perpetuity, infinity is beckoning when fate is the reckoning. Watch what you're stepping in, the present can be unpleasant, everything reflected in the moment where it all begins. When all said and done, whatever will be, will be. Dancing like a figurine in a music box. Used to feel away, but feeling that the feeling seemed to stop. Better present than forever lost. Absence, the cost of preoccupation or evading hard knocks. It's a hard knock life, but still better than a life lost through artifice. Right at the heart of this, it may be hard to miss the things that you lost over. Living in the moment means that things start moving much slower. But you don't need to be a mastermind to find yourself inside and find that you can really master time. But they can't master mine. Fate decides my destiny, and mine is mine alone, absent of enmity or ecstasy, or reactions to adversity, impervious to perilous adversaries, immersed in me and only me. And now I've been set free for all eternity. When everything's said and done, remember it's destiny. Whatever will be, will be, will be. When everything's up and down, the world isn't changing me. Whatever will be, will be. Whatever will be, will be. When all said and done, whatever will be, will be. That's the tonic and the antidote to losing hope. To those that can't cope, ruminate and take note. Take no notice of the next man and what he's got. But what he hasn't got, be grateful you got a lot. Everybody's got their cross to bear, imposters apostate, they're propagating everywhere. Improper intellectual property to drop and share there beyond the point of despair. Yes, I'm right there. All said and done, whatever will be, will be. Life is difficult enough if you make it so. When pain is endurable, endure it, then let it go. Over sunshine, rain, sleet, hail, snow, relentless. The tempest immense when the wind blows. So when the storms rage, embrace it. That's love and fate, facing it with good grace. And break, well, that's no disgrace. Better to have loved than lost than not to love at all. Love is everlasting, cascading like a waterfall. Exalted by all of this, cautiously withdraw till the frost doors, I'm born to drift. Here's a warning, it's a portent of pauperism. Poor due to limitless desire causes more derision, more distorted vision, warped by your inhibitions. Caught in a caustic abyss is really how you're living. Out of sync with nature's rhythm, now that's been forbidden. When everything's said and done, remember it's destiny. Whatever will be, will be, will be, will be, will be, will be. When everything's up and down, the world isn't changing me. Whatever will be, will be. Whatever will be, will be. We're all said and done. Whatever will be, will be.
Lonely window.